So you gave yourself a rating of 10. So do you consider yourself the most attractive girl at the table?
I mean, I'm like myself. Everybody's beautiful in their own unique way. I'm not gonna.
Women get scared to say that. Women get scared to say that.
What did I do?
Well, I thought you didn't care. I mean, how?
I don't care, but it's overwhelming.
That's badgering. Can you just stop talking?
And it's a little bit stressful.
Or what?
And I'm not gonna lie,
Don't
you're
tell
kind of
me
being
to
a
stop
dickhead
talking.
right now.
Like, can you give her some tissue paper, please?
Okay.
What's
well,
the
I guess
point?
I'm ugly then.
I think
don't
what
care.
he was trying to say.
Well, how about you let
just,
me make?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Speak for
I've been
yourself.
interrupted like 3 times in a row.
Hey fam, welcome back to One and Done. It's George. If you've never been here before, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like, smash the subscribe, ring the notification bell. Now, today's video is all about the Whatever podcast, and Brian ends up getting this young lady in tears because he tells her, hey, you think you're a 10, but you're not a 10. The really interesting part though is the way that this whole conversation's unpacked. So let's watch this video together, and without delay, let's roll that tape.
So you gave yourself a rating of 10. So do you consider yourself the most attractive girl at the table?
I mean, I'm like myself. Everybody's beautiful in their own unique way. I'm not gonna.
Cop
Women
out.
get scared to say that.
Well,
Women
that's
get
like-
scared to say that.
Well,
No,
that's
no,
messed
but
up to say. But
you're the only
I love
girl-
myself, and I.
You're the only girl who said you were a 10. So are you?
No, I mean-
but you gave yourself the highest rating at the table. Do you think you're the most beautiful girl at the table?
No, I think they're all beautiful in different ways than me. Like I have black hair. Like you got the beautiful red hair. You got that. Everybody just looks very different. Oh, everybody
So
just looks very different.
They're on your level then.
I think I think they
they're-
rated themselves very low compared to what they should be.
None of them are more attractive than you though.
No, I think that they're more attractive in different ways.
More attractive in different ways?
Yeah, like we got a blonde, we got like we got everybody different, you know?
Yeah, but being blonde in and of itself is typically not going to be sufficient.
No, well
to-
they all look good. It's just that we all are different people, and beauty is subjective. So me saying I get like lots of hate. I get told I look ugly all the time, but I'm so used to it. I've been doing social media since I was 14.
Okay.
Like I'm very used to it, and I understand.
Wait, you get told you're ugly all the time?
Yes. And I get called fat. I get called ugly. And I mean, I'm not mad. I don't listen to it. I don't really care if people want to hate on the way I look.
I mean, it seems like you're actually receiving, albeit insulting feedback on your looks. So the 10 rating, let me ask you a question. If you were to be rated by, say, a group of 1,000 men, what do you think the average rating would be for you?
So I think that I have some features that are considered conventionally attractive and some features that are not. Like I'm more hourglass, but then obviously some men prefer like thinner women. Some men don't like, I have a big nose. I have a very big Polish nose. And like some people don't like that. Like that's something I get hate on a lot. And I mean, I'm not gonna, it's all subjective. I think probably they would say yes, but I'm not gonna lie. Like I do feel like I get hit on a lot. I feel like I would get rated okay. Like I think I'm more attractive than
Are we arriving at an
average.
answer soon or?
like an 8 maybe.
Okay.
But I think that
Why do you think there's a difference between what you think? So you think you're a 10, but
Yes.
the average of what 1,000 men would rate you as an 8. Why do you think there's a difference there?
because not everybody likes the same thing.
Right, but this would be the average. So in this cohort of 1,000 men, there could be some men that
Yeah.
rate you a 10.
And some people are like, oh, I only date blondes, so you're a 2.
I love the way that Brian he's doing it nice and gently, nice and soft, and he's doing it at her pace, but she's really making herself look delusional. First of all, she ain't no 10. That's a fact. Okay? Now, this is coming from a guy that rates myself a 4, so I'm not, I'm saying I'm below average. Now, this woman, she's probably average at best. Thanks, Kevin Samuels. She's average at very best. Now, can she improve? Absolutely. She could lose some weight. She seems pleasant enough, but definitely she could lose some weight. This is coming from a 4, so.
Like, everybody likes different things.
Does that really exist?
Yes. I mean, it's subjective.
Well, hold on. But so let me ask you a question. A guy who only dates blondes, do you think he would prefer to date a woman who's facially beautiful but is a brunette versus an ugly blonde woman, which do you think he would rather choose or date?
The attractive one, the brunette one.
Well, then based on this, it's clear to me that being blonde is not enough to shift the needle.
Yes, but I'm saying it's not real. Like, it's not like we're all ranked. There's no like objective number that all of us are. It's all subjective. I like really ugly men. Like, I love an ugly man with a big messed up nose.
What the?
Love big
Yes,
noses.
a big messed up nose. And all my friends are like, ew, why are you dating that ugly man? I'm like, well, he's a 10 to me. Like, there's no objective.
Well, hold
number.
on. But you said he's ugly.
Yeah, if he's ugly, how can that be a 10 to you? Now, if someone else told you he's ugly, but you said, no, he's really attractive, okay. Well, now, attractive's not really a 10 either. But you can't call him ugly and then say he's a 10. That doesn't make sense.
Yes, but
So-
like, I like ugly men.
No,
That's
but
a 10.
how are you able to come to the determination he's ugly?
Because people want to call him ugly. People like all of the boys I've dated ever. People are like, "Oh, why would you date him?"
But you get a lot of negative comments as well telling you're ugly, so why aren't you ugly then?
I'm ugly to some people.
But
I'm
you
not
call
ugly to
another
myself.
man ugly because other people telling he's ugly, and you say
I mean,
a lot
listen,
of
just
people
'cause-
calling me ugly, so why aren't you then like a 5 or a 6 instead of a 10?
Why are women delusional?
What is what is it? What
Men
are
are also
ugly
delusional.
qualities to you as compared to attractive qualities? Like when you date an ugly man, what is ugly about him that's like undesirable, but you get over that?
It's not undesirable. It's just that when I think of the word ugly, I think of, because it's all subjective. For example, I have a big hump nose. Some people don't like that, but I figure that makes a man a 10 to me. I like a big nose. And so like, it's all just like, I'm not gonna lie, beauty is subjective, and a lot of the ideas of where we get beauty, like the ideas of beauty are like, at least we're in America, it's like American standards. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like the blue
that's
eyes,
true.
the blonde hair,
But
the
standards are
I don't
made
think
because
that's
a lot
it.
of
I don't
group
think
of
that's
people
even-
find the
I don't
same
even
thing
think that's close
attractive,
to it.
right?
What is
Standards
it
are
saying?
being
Beauty
made
is
because a
the
lot of
eye
people
the
find the
beer
same
holder.
person
No, that's not
attractive,
true,
the same
actually.
features,
In
right?
different country, you're right. In different country, the beauty standard can be so drastically different. You can rate someone a 1, and in China,
Nah. It's not that different. It's not that different at all. There might be traits that people find attractive, but when it comes to physical looks, it's pretty similar.
it would be a 10. Seriously. So
There's no
That's why I
objective.
said I'm a
in
European
Africa,
too.
And
different.
like,
Wait, hold on.
same.
You're saying like a woman who's a 10 in China is going to be a 1 in the US?
I mean,
that could happen, yes.
Even
And
though, wait,
the
hold
reverse
on.
can happen.
But hold on. So
Hell no.
you aren't aware of the phenomenon that white men in Western countries tend to lean towards being white. White men actually tend to assess Asian women as very attractive.
They do.
Very.
Well, that's true.
very.
But what I'm saying is that there exists, like the beauty standards are different. A lot of women are really popular here in America. You guys treat as actresses in our country. When we were growing up, we're like, what? We would never like even pick her out of a street. That's our perception. So when I come to US, I realize, oh my God, like the big ass is in. Like in China, if you have big ass, you get lipo. Like you'd be like a stick. The skinnier, it's like this little, like chopsticks. So it's like so different, drastically different. you
And it
know?
changes by decades too.
Now, I think what she's describing there is women's physical appearance, the difference. Okay. But that's what women think men want, but it's not. They don't like the the, what do they call that? The BBLs? I don't think they do anyway. Someone said they're literally on the nose. They're a little smelly.
So different. Yeah. If you look at the portrait of the Ming Dynasty, like women are beautiful, like very curvy, and they have like no chin because it was like very wealthy looking. You know, that's beauty, and it's different. at
Because
different
they
time.
were natural back then. Now we go to the plastic surgery because
No,
we
it's
are
because
insecure.
the standards are different now. It changes so much. Everything changes like that.
and like, I mean, I think it's kind of a little bit disrespectful to
See, I think women have changed a lot. I don't think men have really changed in regards to what they're attracted to. I could be wrong, but I think women are the ones that have changed so much.
call me delusional because I'm addressing
Yeah,
the
you're
fact
not
that
delusional.
most men, not everybody thinks I'm a 10 because listen, I think I'm a 10 and you asked me what I thought. You didn't ask me what everybody else thinks. And so you're not going to change my opinion of myself by being disrespectful to me. And
Well, I don't think it's disrespectful if you're
You do this a lot.
actually delusional.
You literally is a 10 to a lot of Chinese men. Why? Because first of all, your nose is really tall. You know,
Oh,
in
no,
China,
yeah, I go like
people
that.
would
Yeah.
put so much stuff to make their nose tall. And the reason I realized that is when I was younger, I watched a TV show. This actress
was
has
not the point.
really tall nose. And then I was just thinking, yeah, sorry, I'm interrupting. I just think you're a 10, and I think
Is a
you're not
10 a
delusional.
person who has no room for improvement?
no, I do have room for improvement, but
That's a good
but
point.
regardless, I still love myself at all times.
That's great. I think that's
Wait,
awesome.
did you say you were going to be better looking in 10 years' time?
Now, she says she loves herself at all times. See, there seems to be this new thing that people say, oh, love yourself. Should really be, it used to be, you know, have some self-respect. Loving yourself is a little narcissistic. I mean, yeah, you know, have pride in your appearance, have pride in the way that you carry yourself. Don't hate yourself, but don't spend all day and night loving yourself.
Yeah, but I mean, I can
20
still.
years' time?
I mean,
Or I forgot your answer. Just
you
what
didn't
was
ask me the
answer?
20 years. I mean, maybe, probably I would look older, but like I think I'll probably look good for like a older
But so
lady.
will you be better looking?
No, probably
at-
not.
No, 38 or sorry, you're 21. Excuse me.
20,
Will you be
31.
better looking at 31 as compared to now at 21?
I think yes, because I'm starting my career out. I'm making more money. I'm able to get more cosmetic procedures. In the next month, I get like my whole body done. For the most part, not a BBL, but
Well, one thing though. So if you're going to be better looking in 10 years' time, how can you possibly be a 10 now if you'll be better looking? Because 10 is the top you can go. You can't
Well, I
be
mean-
better looking than a 10.
I
Game over.
love myself right now, and I would be completely fine. Like if I just stayed like this the rest of my life. I'm a very confident person, but it's
Yeah, but confidence, and you're not just confident, you're delusional.
like I can still. I'm always, and also society is always changing. So like for example, like you look at the beauty trends of what women look like, however many years ago, the little thin eyebrows, all that stuff. It's like it's constantly changing. Like you might like the clothing and everything changes, and in 10 years it could be completely different. And I think I'll look good for that time.
Well, I have another question then. You said you're going to be getting how many plastic surgery procedures are you getting?
I'm getting lipo in my arms, and I'm getting 360 lipo, which is your waist. And I already have a very small waist
Why?
because I want to. I feel like, you know, like when you play video games and you have like the character and the skin, you save up, you get the skin, you like upgrade. I'm like, oh, like this will be like, I don't know. And also you have to think I'd probably make more money. Like, I mean,
Okay.
maybe not.
So you're getting lipo.
I do-
You're getting lipo in the arms.
Yes.
Lipo in the belly.
and I'm getting a small implant put in.
It's
And
your
then-
business
hold on.
investment.
Hold on.
Kind of, yes.
Hold on. Well, in addition to my other question, again, how can you possibly be a 10 now if you need to get these cosmetic surgeries?
No one said I needed them. It's just
Well, you're
like
getting them regardless.
Well, I am in the adult industry, and
Mm-hmm.
I probably would make more money if I was like that's a kind of a big thing. And I'm not.
so
gonna look
what will you
pretty
be?
natural.
So, okay. So, but these procedures are going to improve your looks?
So Snap, I didn't realize she's in the adult industry, OnlyFans, corn, whatever. Now this, I'm starting to understand now. Now she's actually just coping. So what I find is these people, they over exaggerate how happy they are with their lifestyle and their lifestyle choices, their life decisions, and this is what they tend to do. But really, what she's doing is, now, like I said, I think she's average. She could improve herself a lot by losing a bit of weight. She seems pleasant enough, but the fact that she's in the adult industry, oh, that's going to drop your score a little bit. Anyway, let's carry on.
Yes,
So then what number will you be after the procedures?
I will always consider myself a 10. I do what I want with the way I look.
But how can, if it's increasing your physical attractiveness,
Bro, you
wouldn't
getting all
you
down to
be-
these specifics. You want me to say I'm like a 9? I don't
care what you say,
I
it's
really don't
just-
care what you think about how I look.
That's fine.
I think the question
I
isn't
don't care
about
that you
your
don't care.
self-perception. It's more about like the free market doesn't think you're a 10 is what he's saying.
And I think that's wrong. I think you're not delusional. I think he's wrong because he's not thinking about other market. There's American market, there's Chinese market,
lives
there's all
in the
kinds
United-
of.
you live in the United States.
She's a public figure. OnlyFans is everywhere, right? You get
just to
traffic
be
everywhere.
clear, you think she's a 10 in Korea?
She can be a 10 to some
fat in
woman.
Korea.
You're beautiful. Yes.
I'm fat in Korea. I'm fat in a lot of
Damn.
Why
ways.
are we just like debating her looks?
Yeah, it's kind of like why, like you really, like you can, like listen, you can think I'm not a 10. I don't care. Listen, I don't care, and I really don't care what you think about. But I think it's so crazy to get on a podcast and debate how a woman looks.
I don't. Well, I'll tell you why it's important.
Why?
And let me also
Womp
just.
womp.
Well,
I
why
don't
have we
care.
spent 20 minutes, like 15 minutes talking about
No,
this?
no, I think, girls, I think you're feeling the wrong way. To be no, not the wrong way you're saying or her answer or anything. Don't like come after me. Jesus Christ, you're saying why are you viewing the point of view, la 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 la, etc. etc. Are you alright?
Well, it's kind of like stressful,
Oh.
getting me on a podcast to debate how I look, and I've already said I don't care.
No. We talked about like
Can you
a
just stop
man's
talking?
And it's a little bit stressful.
what?
And I'm not gonna lie,
Don't
you're
tell
kind of
me
being
to
a
stop
dickhead
talking.
right now.
Like, can you give her some tissue paper, please?
Yeah, go get it then.
I'm
Jesus
good,
Christ.
but it's a little bit overwhelming having a full table of people. You do social media, and I do social media. I'm on
damn.
live every day doing all my social media, but it's overwhelming. It is overwhelming, and you're kind of being a dickhead because what did I do?
Well, I thought you didn't care. I mean, how?
I don't care, but it's overwhelming.
That's badgering.
It's not
And you
badgering.
just want to
so
keep
we're
talking about it
having a-
over and over again for God knows how long. How much longer are you going to go on about it? I don't give a Call me an 8. I don't give a I don't care what the fuck you want to call me. I already said that I think I'm a 10, and this discussion is really pointless.
Damn. No one's told her this or asked her these questions before, have they? Because she's cracked. And Brian was being quite gentle. He's just asking her questions. After what she had said, he wanted clarification because what she's saying didn't make sense. She said she's a 10, which means there's no room for improvement. But then she comes out and says, what, in the next week, next month, she's going to have lipo on the arms, lipo around the waist. She's going to completely change from a 10. So where does that take her if she's already a 10? Where does that take her? That's why it doesn't make sense. So I don't know why she's getting upset, but someone else in her life obviously needed to ask these questions a lot sooner.
Well, it does have a point. So,
Okay. Well, I guess I'm ugly then.
I
I,
think
don't
what
care.
he was trying to say.
well, how
is-
about you
is
let
just-
me make?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I've been
I'll let you
interrupted.
speak for
I've been
yourself.
interrupted like 3 times in a row. I'm trying to make my point, but go ahead. Go ahead. Make
I'm
your
gonna,
point.
I'm gonna let you speak
No, go
for
ahead.
yourself.
Go
Let the
ahead.
man speak.
I just think that he was trying to say if you think you're a 10 now, that if you're getting work done, then isn't there room for improvement? He's not saying that you're
Yeah,
not
but
beautiful. You are beautiful.
If this girl was on Fresh and Fit, she wouldn't have lasted this long. Because Myron doesn't mess around. He would have told her straight out. Straight out.
I get the point he's trying to make, but it's like, I don't know, like Kylie Jenner, all these beautiful women, you can say they're a 10 and they can still go get stuff done.
Kylie regrets it though.
Yeah, that's
I don't think they're beautiful.
Well, guess what? It's so subjective. Like
Exactly.
Can we let
Right,
him make his
so-
point?
Okay, so you take issue with me using the word delusional, so let me just provide a definition. Characterized by or holding false beliefs or judgments about external reality that are held despite incontrovertible evidence to the contrary. So, or having false or unrealistic beliefs or opinions. So, I think the reality is there's a lot of women who come on the show. By the way, we ask this question every single
I'm
show.
very aware, and you always do this.
No, don't always do it. I mean, if a girl gives herself a 7, or even if she gives herself a 7, but she's not a 7, I don't really push it. But to say you're a 10 is to say that you are on par with the most beautiful women in the world. And I'm not sure I'm prepared to I'm not really sure I'm prepared to accept that.
Some men will think she's more beautiful than the
I don't
most
care
beautiful
what-
person.
Like
in
I
the
said,
don't
I
care
like
what
ugly
some
men. I would.
think.
Listen,
I don't
who's
care
some-
what some men think.
Who's some of the most attractive men you would ever see? I would turn them down immediately over like some like mid white boy. Like that's just how it is, and it's subjective.
Oh,
Well, it's not subjective
I like-
because you've just made a categorization. So you said there's beautiful men and there's mid men. Why are you able to make an objective determination about someone's physical appearance, but you can't do that to yourself?
Wow.
She didn't make an objective
said
judgment. It was subjective, right? You think someone is ugly, it's subjective.
She said,
Damn, who's this Asian woman? Like, she's from Interpol or something. She keeps interrupting. That's crazy.
there's beautiful men and there's mid men. That's a categorization.
Yeah, she categorized it in her mind. She thinks he's ugly, and someone thinks she's beautiful. It's in his mind. It's by different
But she's
person's
saying,
standard.
she's
Oh, she
saying
getting
she
triggered.
likes to date those men
Yeah.
who she's made a judgment and a
Yeah.
determination on that they are less physically attractive by some sort of objective
Conventional
metric.
That's not
conventionally attractive.
Right, you might be attracted to men, but for other reasons. Like maybe he's got a good personality.
I date
or-
these broke men. I'm not in it for like literally like I'm so not. It's just it is about a personality,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't care. Like just because I say they're ugly doesn't like maybe conventionally speaking they're considered
Yeah.
ugly, but not to me.
Okay, so
And I literally it's so like. Dude, like you're literally on a podcast debating a 21. How old are you? 21. I'm 21. You're debating a
what
21.
how is that relevant?
Because it's you're a grown ass man.
What and you asked to
And
be
you're
on the
sitting-
show.
Yeah,
So what does that make her? She's 21. Isn't she supposed to be a grown-ass woman? I mean, if you're going around doing adult things, grown-ass things, now she wants to claim she's sweet and innocent? Like, this is crazy. She's a corn star or a OnlyFans, whatever she is. She's an adult. I don't know why they call them stars, but adult performer, whatever you want to call it. And now she expects Brian to treat her like a child. It's ridiculous.
This is a show about dating relationships and how women and men perceive each other and
Yes, but how long
themselves.
have we been talking about this? Very long time.
The podcast is 6 hours or whatever. We're just filling time
Yeah.
here, having a
Yeah.
discussion.
And you keep answering questions. So
Okay, well I'm over it. I'm done.
I think it's just a matter of opinion.
It is a matter of
honestly.
opinion. That's what I've said the whole time. And you're gonna say
And
I'm
I don't think you should
delusional.
let it get to
really-
you.
Yeah, don't let it get to you.
Yeah,
You're
you're doing
Hold-
great.
No. Hold
You're
on.
literally pretty for a living.
Yes, that's the good point.
Well, yeah, but
That's what I
but
wanted
you
to
might
say,
not be a
girl.
10 for a living, but you're doing great. You shouldn't be emotional. You're doing all right.
No, I'm not upset. I'm upset because listen, I'm an emotional person, and it's just you're a little bit overwhelming.
I think
well, that's
beauty
fine.
is in the eyes of the beholder, obviously.
Exactly.
I've got
But
the-
I
honestly,
think if you are making categories
Oh my God.
about men, what you are saying, you are right. You have to be honest to yourself as a woman. In what category do I fail in?
Bro, it's crazy to me because like women are super picky and you guys literally have laundry lists of like what a guy has to meet physically, personality wise. You guys have lists of what a guy has to bring to the table. But when guys start talking about like, okay, here's what we want. And whenever it gets into the realm of physical appearance, which by the way, women care way fucking more than men about this shit. I guarantee you go on a fucking dating app, y'all are swiping no on 90% of the dudes without reading their fucking profile. Instantly, you look at the first photo, mid, don't
That's
like
true.
him.
I
Y'all
don't
are
disagree
way
with you at
pickier.
all.
Y'all are way pickier about looks
Yeah.
than men. So I'm not going to take this like, oh, this is like misogyny men or like, oh, why do they care so much about looks? Y'all care way fucking more about
It's
I
okay
agree.
that you
I-
care
I
about
agree.
looks.
I agree.
It's
Y'all
okay
care way fucking more about
We
this
care-
I
shit.
definitely agree with that.
And so I'll tell you exactly why it matters
Yeah.
and why I push back on what I view as women having an overinflated sense of their own physical attractiveness. So let me start by asking a question. Do you think that there are men out there who think that they're more attractive than they actually are?
Yes.
Do you think there are men who think they're hot shit,
Yes.
but they're not?
Yes.
90%.
So that's
Wow.
you.
Womp womp.
But so you, I'm sure
really
you
care.
object to men who think who's super fucking cocky and
just drop the mic. Drop the mic. She's
who
done.
think they're hot and think they can, get all these girls, but they don't.
You-
Right?
Yeah.
But somebody thinks you're that much and more. So
Yes, exactly.
You know who they
I'm
are?
not saying there's going to be guys that are attracted to you. That's not
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
trying to argue here. But like, if you can say that there are men out there who think that they're hot, but they ain't nothing,
But guess what? I'm not mad about them saying that. You like. I feel
but
like
you
a lot
might
of-
say they're delusional.
I mean, maybe, but I mean, I don't know if it depends. Because a lot of them, like, maybe I don't like them, but like there are other women that do. There's a reason they're like that.
Actually, I would say that. So,
like,
most.
listen, I'm in college. Do you know how many boys that I have to deal with that?
Actually, I got to push back on this specific thing too. So, I would actually argue that in terms of what men will find attractive, men have, in terms of what they deem physically attractive, men have a much wider margin of like women they'll find attractive. Like, I would say most men find
Attractive for fun, I think is what he's trying to say.
most women attractive. Most women definitely don't find
That's
most
true.
men attractive.
That's true.
And this is why you have average women who think they deserve the fucking world. They're mid chicks who deserve like a top tier dude. You don't.
And what's wrong with
average
that?
women deserve average men. Average men deserve average women.
Guess what?
And what's going on? Hold on. What's going on in the dating marketplace, especially on dating apps? You got average women who can get sexual access to really attractive men. They'll never get commitment, but they'll spend their 20s in the attractive dudes, never getting commitment, getting passed around by boys. And then when it's time to settle, when they're in their late 20s or 30s, they're going to feel entitled to a certain caliber of guy that'll never give them commitment. They're going to settle for a guy who's actually in their league. That guy's not going to get good treatment. It's going to be terrible for the relationship. But a lot of women, because it's a global marketplace, you can hop on Instagram, you can hop on a dating app and get average chicks can get down like 3 times a day if they want to.
Yeah, they
That's their
can.
issue. That's not
You-
like
Men are just
men's
more
issue.
sexual.
Yeah.
So there we have it, folks. Talk about delusional. Someone that thinks they're a 10, but then in a week or two's time is going to be having a lipo on her arms, on her waist. She's going to be doing other things. To me, that says you're not a 10. There's nothing wrong with not being a 10, and there's nothing wrong with being average. Like I said before, I rate myself a 4. I rate myself below average. I'm still happy. I'm still living, but I'm not delusional. Now, the sad part about it is it sounds like this girl's never, or it looks as though this girl's never had this conversation. She's never really thought this through. She must have heard everyone else saying, oh, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. Love yourself, girl. You go, girl. And that delusion probably led her to the adult industry. Unfortunately, the statistics apparently say that 1 in 3 women are making money off their sexuality. Now, these things that used to be absolutely frowned upon, these days seems to be more accepted, especially amongst females. Now, guys don't care if they're going to get some action, but they aren't necessarily going to be taking these people seriously. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like, smash the subscribe, ring the notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next video.